My relationship with the original Game Boy is strained at best. I mean, look, you can't deny its influence, and its amazing library, and the way it created a whole new category of consumer products. But at the same time, not a great piece of hardware, to say the least. In fact, the Game Boy sometimes made good games seem terrible. Case in point, games like Nemesis. See, Nemesis is not a bad game, not in the slightest. It's a solid scrolling shooter, one that happens to have been pretty groundbreaking as well. To have a shooter with action and graphics this complex in your hands, that was unheard of in 1990. And of course, not long after, it would be unheard of again. That's because developers learned that on the Game Boy, simpler was safer. So, Nemesis is interesting for a lot of reasons. One, because it's representative of the early years of Game Boy development, and two, because if I had to review this back in 1990 using a Game Boy, I would have said it was terrible. The blurriness makes it almost unplayable. But if you have a Super Game Boy, or in this case a Game Boy Player, you get to experience Nemesis as you were always meant to. Suck it, 1990. Suck it good and long. You know, another notable thing about Nemesis is that it's actually a Gradius game, the first one ever released on a handheld. And in fact, it's very similar to the original, only the levels have been shortened for portable play. And so it plays just like you'd expect. You have your basic laser, but from there you pick up all kinds of freaking power-ups. Or you could just, Yankee Doodle Konami code. Power-ups for everyone! So there are 5 levels, and you can play whichever you want from the menu screen, which is always nice. I'm a huge fan of games that let you play their levels individually, especially portable games. And Konami pushed the Game Boy surprisingly hard here too. The graphics do a really nice job of creating the right aesthetic, whether it's a volcano or some bizarre cave, freaking moai heads. Anyway, I'm not very good at this game. That should come as no surprise. And if you've played Gradius, Nemesis should come as no surprise either. I mean, this is classically styled shooting. And again, playing it on a Game Boy player, you can finally appreciate it. And it does feel a bit thin, but come on, it's a portable game from 1990. And yeah, the ship does feel a bit choppy, but come on, it's a portable game from 1990. And a really, really good one at that. Thanks to our friend Mark from Brooklyn for sending it in.